Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, Governing Board of the Asia School of Business, Board of Directors, faculty members, students and parents, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second convocation of the Asian School of Business. Asian School of Business was established by Bank Negara in collaboration with the MIT Sloan School of Management. Thank you all for joining us in this celebration. Today we have our extraordinary and unconventional class graduating in the class of 2009. Tradition suggests that my job in these next few minutes is to share a few words of wisdom with you for our graduates. This is a class of millennials, young adults born about 3 decades ago. However, our audience today spans many generations. So I decided to read up on advice given by several dozen centenarians, those over the age of 100, in the hopes that I might be able to say something of relevance to all attendees. So what is the advice we learned from centenarians? First, listen more than you talk. Second, embrace change. Third, build a legacy. And fourth, take a nap every day. So first, listen more than you talk. To listen is to put aside what you already think you know and to commit to absorbing wisdom from others. Listening is an act of respect, acknowledging the value of others. Listening is also an act of learning, of making an effort to further one's knowledge. And finally, listening is an act of humility, an act of subjugating one's own self-centeredness to others. I think that the centenarians would be happy with the ASB curriculum to date. All of our students learned that the first key to success in their action learning projects is humility. Our students enter companies and enter countries to do projects where they know very little about those countries and companies when they arrive. They must listen, they must learn before they can speak if they hope to be taken seriously by their corporate hosts. So keep listening, everybody. Second, embrace change. Change is inevitable. One does not need to be a centenarian to observe this. Our millennial students have already seen significant changes even in their lifetimes. Seatbelts buckled, everybody. The ride has just begun. But how does one embrace change? In many cases, resistance is futile. But to embrace change, we try to influence it, not just adapt to it. Change will come, but the future is not etched in stone. Each of us, if we choose to be, can be a shaper of change. One of the advertisements that we've used for our MBA program says, "Change makers wanted." Another one says, "We will change you, you will create change." Our ASB mission statement says we are devoted to developing transformative and principled leaders. Thus, embracing change, influencing change, and adapting to change are deeply embedded in the DNA of the Asia School of Business. A number of our students have observed that the ASB experience exposes them to situations that have significant uncertainty and ambiguity. Sometimes situations of ambiguity create uneasiness, create discomfort. In fact, part of our curriculum is to continuously and repeatedly put students in ambiguous and challenging situations. Over time, they learn to apply problem-solving approaches to resolve such situations. They learn to develop innovative solutions to the problems that they face. They tap their entrepreneurial capabilities to find new pathways. Our students embrace change by mastering it, just as the centenarians would have it. Third, build a legacy. Let me take you back in time for a moment. On April 10th, 1861, 158 years ago, a man named William Barton Rogers founded a small school in Boston dedicated to the theory and application of technical knowledge. The motto of this new school came to be mens et manus, a Latin phrase meaning mind and hand. This fledgling institution intended not to separate the development of knowledge from its teaching and application, but to blend continuously the theory and the practice an approach to education that we now call action learning. So that was our time travel to the past. Let's travel from 1861 to the present. MIT now has been repeatedly rated as the #1 university in the world by the QS International Survey. 93 Nobel laureates have graced the halls, the classrooms, and the laboratories of MIT. And the aggregate annual revenue of companies founded by MIT alumni is approximately $2 trillion US, which would rank MIT as roughly the 10th largest economy in the world. That's quite a legacy for Professor William Barton Rogers. Meanwhile, in Kuala Lumpur today, the ASB is a brand new baby university. Born just a few short years ago and conceived by Tan Sri Dr. Zedi Aziz, the ASB has aspirations to follow in the footsteps of its parents of MIT and Bank Negara. Already, ASB students have worked on over 150 corporate projects in 18 different countries, applying MIT theory and practice, applying the tools and the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship with hundreds of collaborators across those many projects. Following MIT, ASB aspires to be a talent magnet and a talent multiplier, to serve as an engine of economic growth for Malaysia and the region. We know this is possible and we know how to do it. All it requires is constancy of purpose and applying mind and hand and heart to the challenges we face. That's the present. Now let me fast forward to the future. Imagine those who will sit here 30 years from today. Perhaps then Tun Mahathir will be on his third tour of duty as Malaysia's Prime Minister. Some of our graduating students here today may then be proud parents of their own newly minted ASB graduates. The people in the room 30 years from today will celebrate the contributions of those in the room today. And we hope all of Malaysia and the region will be enriched due to those contributions. To fulfill this legacy, to fulfill this dream, let us heed those centenarians, build a legacy. So on to the last point. Take a nap every day. Napping aligns very well with the core value of ASB, well-being. People can only perform extraordinary feats when they are fit in mind and body. Moderate stress can be good for productivity. Many people perform best when they are challenged. But extreme stress, poor health, troubled minds can hardly be expected to deliver transformative results. All of us need time to charge our batteries, to take a break, to have some fun. So please, take a nap every day, but not during the following speeches. Let me conclude by expressing thanks to the many people and institutions who have brought us to this day. First, let me thank Dr. Tun Mahathir Mohamad for joining us today to celebrate this special moment for the Asia School of Business. Second, let me thank Tan Sri Dr. Zedi Aziz for her leadership and guidance to make ASB a reality. Third, let me thank the members of the ASB Board of Governors who have been so generous and devoted to the development of the school. Fourth, I want to thank the leadership from both MIT and from Bank Negara, especially the members of the ASB Board of Directors, for all the efforts and their support on our behalf. Next, I want to thank the faculty and staff of ASB. I have learned that it truly takes a village to build a school. Our ASB village is made up of a dedicated, motivated, passionate, kind, loyal team that I could never have imagined in my wildest dreams and has come to fruition in the development of the Asia School of Business. If ASB accomplishes great things, it will be because of our incredible faculty and staff. Thank you all. I also want to thank the many members of ASB's corporate partners. Dozens of companies have contributed hundreds of their people to work with our students on projects large and small. I'm grateful for their trust, their commitment, and their contributions to the education of our students. May I also thank the friends and families of our students. The ASB MBA program requires a great deal of effort, and most students have benefited tremendously from the support they get from the family and friends. So students, please thank your family and friends. Finally, I want to thank the students of the class of 2019. You worked hard, you hung in there, you have played a major role in the development of the school. You have truly become extraordinary and unconventional change makers that we hoped for. And after today, you'll be alumni. We hope to see you many more times in the years to come. Finally, thanks to everyone else who has come today to join us in the celebration. Thank you very much.